Mississippi Farm Bureau. I was just thinking about emotions, like in terms of range of emotions. And I'm wondering if it was just like all across the board for you this weekend. Disappointed maybe in the outcome of the first game, really pleased with the way your team played in game two. And then thought I heard some legitimate anger after the third game as well.
Yeah, it probably every range of emotion, and I lost my voice from my, cheering, yelling at the umpire. Just a little bit of everything this weekend.
I did want to ask you Thursday night, was your frustration when you got the early exit with a previous call that kind of carried over into that at bat, or did it have more to do with the emotion for the base runner?
Well, it was more about we felt we struck the guy out. So that was and then, then the next pitch is a home run. So it's, that was kind of where the emotion was coming from. So they, we got that new automated, it's not an automated strike zone, but it evaluates umpires, and it's just gotten to be small. I mean, it's a smaller strike zone, for the kids. So it's, we felt like we threw one in there, and obviously always balls and strikes is, it's a non-negotiable, and you get thrown out when you argue them, and I got thrown out.
Yeah. The Saturday game, or the game two, the Friday night game, I thought you guys played so well, and there were so many positives that came out of that, including Cade Smith coming back and giving you what he gave you. Was that the glimpse that you had been waiting to see, but then you're trying to figure out how to replicate that and carry it forward?
Well, I think so. I just think it gives us more arms and more opportunities. We'll get more out of him this weekend, more out of him the following weekend, trying to get him back. He's probably about 2 weeks from being at full pitch limit, but we need him out there. One, he's a really good pitcher, but two, his leadership and his, he's so aggressive and attacking that hopefully our other pitchers will see that and follow behind him. And then it lets everybody bump back a spot. I think that really helps out too.
Coach, we saw Dakota Jordan have an absolutely monster week, great weekend as well. When we've seen him play, you can see the ceiling on this kid and how talented he is. But he had some struggles there. What did sitting on the bench do for him? Did it allow him to sort of slow the game down a little bit and see things he wasn't seeing before?
I just think it pissed him off for the most part. I mean, he wasn't happy to not be playing. He understood it, but he just, he worked really hard. And, it's a big stage. And for, his background in baseball, being that he was a football guy and he did so much football too that, over time, I mean, just, it was just a lot early and game kind of got sped up on him. And, he went to the bench a little bit, worked a little harder, figured out some things. And then, he's been really, really good this last week. I mean, he's an ultra-talented player, as good as you'll find.
Coach, I love the game of baseball, but I would tell you, I'd be the first one to tell you I don't understand the nuances of the game of baseball. But I know enough about it to know that what's happening with your pitching staff, there's a disconnect somewhere between what your staff, what Scott Foxhall is telling those guys, and then what's actually happening out there on the mound. Where do you feel that disconnect is, and how can you correct it?
Well, I think it's a little bit, we lost some confidence early. And, it's coming down to, throwing enough strikes in right situations for the most part. I mean, we get hit at times, but I don't even mind getting hit at times. I mind leadoff walks in the 7th and 8th inning. Those are things that have hurt us and not being aggressive in the zone. And, our group's gotten punched in the nose, and the challenge is to fight back and to be aggressive and to go after hitters. And, we did a better job of that this weekend. I mean, we lose 6-4 on Thursday, and, we have an opportunity multiple times to get some runs. And then even on Saturday, it's 4-3 in the 7th, after Dakota's home run, and we're just not finishing out the game. And so we have to do a better job. I mean, it's been like the last month of last year and then the beginning of this SEC season. We got to pitch more competitively.
I know you're short on voice, so we'll let you go after this, Coach, and we appreciate always your time on Monday. Just kind of a thought on the week ahead, a game tomorrow night against Grambling, and then the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, again, with this being Easter weekend with a road trip to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I mean, we got a good game tomorrow. Grambling's been playing well, so we'll have to come. I think we beat them 2-1 last year, so you got to come out and you got to compete and you got to play and feel good, and then as we roll through this, getting to Tuscaloosa, we need a good weekend. I mean, they're good. They've been top 25 most of the year. but in everybody in our league for the most part. And so, we need a statement weekend to keep building some momentum. And this team's getting better. I mean, you may not always see it, but we're getting better and getting healthier. And if we can get on a run, I told our guys today, there's about 6 or 7 teams in our league that wish they played better right now the first 3 weekends. I promise you there'll be one of those teams in Omaha when it's all over, because somebody's going to get hot and somebody's going to keep playing better, just like it's happened year after year after year. It's just a tough league. And when you do get it going and you do get playing good, it's hard to stop somebody. And that's our goal. We're out here today. I'm in the middle of practice right now trying to make our team just a little bit better for tomorrow's game. And that's all we can control right now.
I promise I'll let you go after this. What gives you the confidence to say what you just said, that this team is getting better?
Not just the way we're playing. I mean, like I said, we gave up the late lead yesterday. We got to figure out an arm or two, but I feel like we can play. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of people disagree, but then we have some special players. And have we played well to start? No, but there's a long season left, and we just got to get going. There's been teams, all across the league have done it for years. So I have confidence if we can get healthy and get going, that we can put together a good staff on the weekend. And that's the key for us right now. We've been short 3, 4, 5 guys at times, and it's just harder to pitch that way. Now that we're getting some guys back and getting some innings out of them, I think they can help us.
Thanks so much for your time. Have a good rest of practice.